Good morning everyone, welcome back to a Tips and Tricks Thursday with Jay. This is going to be the beginning of a cool skate series we're going to do, teaching everyone how to go from just riding on the flat ground to riding the ramps and doing some awesome tricks so that you guys have a full skate series to watch. It's going to be awesome. So basically we're going to get started with some stretching, so always stretch before you do it. We did do an episode on stretching, so make sure you go check that out. I think it was 2 weeks ago on Tips and Tricks Thursday, so give it a look and let's get to it. Alright, so starting off on this flat ground bit, we're going to be just getting to grips with how we're going to be on the board. So I'll show you now from a point of view shot how we're going to do that, so let's do it. Alrighty, so here we go. So we've got the board down at our feet. We're just going to have it sitting somewhere. If you do feel like you need the extra hand, grab a crack and put it in the back wheels, because at least then you're not going to be falling forward. Be standing on the board. If you've got it in a crack, you can kind of just pencil it and stand with your feet in the middle, but if you don't, we can see these bolts here. As part of our first lesson, we'll let you know what's going on with the board. So these here are the bolts. We're going to be standing on these bolts. If you've been to the Street Games clinics or our skate club, you'll know the game Squash the Ants. We jump on the ants when we're on the board. So we're going to jump on, stand on the bolts. If you do already know this step, you can just skip it forward to the next bit. I've fallen out of that crack now, and now we're rolling. Well, that's it. Well, so if you just have your feet on the bolts or the Squash the Ants, you will just start rolling, and you can just point your toes one way to turn towards the way that your weight is. So I'm going to turn that way if I'm doing that. If I've got my heels, if I'm putting all the weight on my heels, you can see the wheels will space out a bit, and I will turn this way. So let's get a little roll going, and I'll teach you guys to push, and that's how we're going to start this episode. Let's do it. Alright, so from another point of view shot, I'm going to show you how to push and how to correctly change your stance when you're going from your pushing stance to turning your feet into the Squash the Ants, as we're calling it, or standing on the bolts. So let's do that right now. Alright, we are back in the POV shot. So we know that we had to have our feet on the bolts to be riding comfortably, and whatever way that is for you, it could be whatever way you prefer to ride. So I prefer to ride with my right foot forward, so we're going to put our right foot straight. We're not going to have it sideways while we push. We're going to have it straight, and basically we all like to say that there's a little sad face because we're skaters, we don't like skating. No, we love it. Here it is. So you got the two bolts at the top. You don't want them covered, but you want to cover the back ones with just the top of your shoe there. And you're just going to be pushing with this foot. And we like to do a little one called walk the dog, which is just when you, I'm looking forward, by the way. You always want to look where you're going. It's just walking the dog. So don't put your foot on the board, just slowly walk it and bend this knee here. So all your weight is on your front foot. It's just a little more stable. Once we're comfortable with the speed we've gotten, we're going to put our back foot straight onto the bolts. It's just small like that, and then you just turn this front foot on the top, on your big toe. So you can feel it in your big toe, and you just cover the bolts straight away. And that's it, and now we're back in the Squash the Ants pose. And that's basically all to get rolling. So we're going to do that, and we probably might try out one ramp. If you're not feeling comfortable with the ramps yet, don't worry. You can work up to that. You can try a driveway, just whatever it is, but we're going to try a few ramps because I know people want to just cut to the chase, so we're going to do that. This is a very easy step. There will be some more tricks and stuff in the next one, but for today I'm going to teach you this, and then I'm going to teach you a ramp, and we'll just start the ollie. We'll do the basic steps to get onto an ollie. You can join us for the next episode where we're going to be doing the ollie, maybe some kickflips and some pop shovels, some tricks like that. So let's do it. Let's get some footage going straight. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, just another quick note. Now that we're going to the ramps, I'll give you some quick tips on how we can turn around or how we can stop. So if you need to stop, I'll show you in a moment from the POV shot, but if you need to stop, basically because you've already got your front foot bent and in the pushing pose, you can just easily take a step off your board, and that is going to be how we jump off in need of emergency, because we don't want to let our board flying around the skate park. If you do let your board and you can't control it and it just goes off into the skate park etiquette, please yell out board. Just yell out board really loud, everyone knows what's going on. Kind of just slow down and make sure no one gets hurt. All right, let's go to the POV shot. I'll show you that one and I'll show you how to turn. All right, let's do it. So basically, what I was talking about is, so if we're in the pushing pose, we're pushing, oh no, there's someone in front of us, or there's this drop where Jay has previously broken bones, so we're not gonna do it. Then I don't want to go down it, so we're just taking a big step off with your back foot, and I just kicked my board backwards. But you can do that without kicking your board backwards. You can just stop it. Whew, that was lucky. All right, moving on to the fourth tip of the day. Now we're going to practice our turning. So when we're on the bolts, you'll notice that you can't lift the back or the front up as hard as you try. That's because we are standing right on the trucks, which are what holds the wheels on. So here we go. We're going to just move our back foot from the bolts onto the tail of the board. This may feel a little weird because it's super hard to kind of lift it up that way. So we're going to move the back foot back a little behind the bolts as well. I just like to line it up there behind the rear bolts on this side. So this is going to be your stance for doing tricks or doing crocodile snaps, which is what we're going to learn to do ollies in a moment as well. Cool, yeah, so we're going to do this, and you can basically just, you can tic-tac, which is what this is, just putting weight on the back of the board, and yeah, doing some tic-tacs. But we're going to head to the ramps, and yeah, we'll do that. Right, in 1 sec, we're going to go over there. All right, now that we are at the ramps, we're going to try this one right here. So for this one, we're not going to do that stance, standing on the back of the board kind of thing. I mean, if you're feeling comfortable, you're welcome to do that, but we're going to do that once we learn to drop in. So today we're just learning to roll down it. So we'll do one of those pushes into the squash the ants pose, which is standing on the bolts. So we'll do that right now, and then I know I might get some tricks on this just for the video. Let's try it. See what we can get. Cool. All right, I know this angle looks really daunting for this one, but you'll notice me sitting next to it. It really isn't that big. Just a small ramp. It's a fun one. All you gotta do, bend those knees, stand on the bolts, and you're fine. You'll be all right. The frown face, and then moving into squash the ants. Alright, that's basically it for today's episode, everyone. Thank you for joining me here at Traralgon Skate Park. Make sure you give the skate park some love now that we know how to skate. Stay tuned for the second episode. We're going to start learning some tricks, some crocodile snaps, some cavemans, ollies, pop shovets, whatever, you name it. You can put it in the comments, I can teach you. We can do some drop-ins as well next time, so we'll try that. Thank you for joining us. You guys can subscribe to our YouTube, Latrobe Street Games, our Facebook. Go like that, and we'll have the episodes coming up very soon on the channels, social media, all that stuff. You can join our Latrobe Street Games virtual group as well. And also, if you want some more information on Latrobe Street Games and skating, head to latrobestreetgames.com.au. Click the link to our skate club on the very top bar there, or you can inquire by messaging us on Facebook for Skate Club. That stuff will be running very, very soon. I'm super excited to be back doing that stuff with everyone who comes down there and all the skate club members. So join the club, join in with us. It'll be super fun. It's gonna be a hella good time. We're gonna be learning skating. It's much easier to learn that way, face to face. It's going to be very fun, and I probably rambled on for long enough now. So you have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me, and yeah, peace out. Send your clips in the comments, by the way. Send your clips. Bye.